In this video, you'll learn how to lock files in Google Drive to prevent any unwanted changes. This is really useful when you have a final version of a document, a shared file for your team, or anything you don't want others to accidentally edit or delete. First, make sure you're signed into your Google account and open Google Drive in your browser. You can do this by going to the Drive website or by clicking the Drive icon from your Google Apps menu. Once Drive is open, you'll see your list of files and folders just like a typical file explorer. Now find the file you want to protect. This could be a Google Doc sheet slide or even a non-Google file that you've uploaded like a PDF. Take a moment to double check you've selected the correct file, especially if you have several with similar names. Locking a file is meant for content that's ready and shouldn't be changed, so it's a good idea to be confident it's in its final state. When you've found the file, move your mouse over it and right-click. This opens a context menu with different options like preview, share, and download, depending on the type of file. If you're on a device without a right mouse button, you can usually open this menu by tapping with 2 fingers on a trackpad or pressing a dedicated menu key on your keyboard. From this menu, look for the option called File Information. Hover your cursor over it or click it depending on how it's laid out in your account. This will show you a secondary menu with more choices related to the file's details and permissions. In that File Information section, look for an option called Lock. Not every account will see this right away. The lock feature may only be available in certain versions of Google Drive, or it might be gradually rolling out. If you see it, go ahead and click Lock. If you don't see it, make sure your browser is up to date and that you're using a work or school account if your organization has specific permissions, because some features can depend on your admin settings. After you click Lock, Google Drive will usually show a small confirmation prompt. This is to make sure you really want to lock the file and understand what that means. Locking a file typically prevents other collaborators from editing it. They may still be able to view or comment, depending on the sharing settings, but the content itself can't be changed while the lock is active. Read the confirmation message and then confirm that you want to lock the file. Once you do this, Drive will apply the lock and the file is now protected from edits. If you're working with a team, it can be helpful to let them know the document is locked, especially if they were expecting to keep making changes. That way, no one is surprised when they can no longer edit. That's all there is to it. You've opened Google Drive, right-clicked your file, gone into File Information, chosen Lock, and confirmed your choice. You now know how to lock files in Google Drive to prevent changes and keep your important documents safe and consistent.